Hey, everybody. If anybody's here, I can't tell. Oh, hey, Steve. So, oh, just a second. Uh, there we go. Okay. Get everything sorted out here. So Steve was first one in, then me. Scorpion, that's right. Scrapping on the fly. Hello, everybody, if you're still here. And yeah, I'll probably just be doing a short one tonight. Gotta get a little bit of ice in here. The how's your week going, Steve? Everything everything working out well for you? Feeling better? Your back feel better? Oh, hey Roger. Oh, Roger, you did a video. I was surprised. Good for you. Yeah, I was trying to watch videos. I watched a few today, but it's been rough. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. Jerry thought I should try this camera way. I don't know what you guys think. Does it matter? She said if people are watching on their phones, this would be better for them, but I don't know. The I can always switch back easy enough. Well, I shouldn't say easy enough. She did it. You're having a good week, Roger? Oh, hey, Bryce. I'm doing good. Not as good as your garden, but we've had like 20, probably 27 hours of rain now. And it's supposed to rain all till through tomorrow and part of Sunday. So I imagine my garden will be looking a lot nicer. We hadn't had any rain for like a month. So, and we're on a water advisory. The uh, the reservoir, they just filled this. A lot of people don't know. I'm sure Steve knows, but our river, the Peace River in northern BC, they put another dam in, so the third dam on the river system, and so we now live on a reservoir, not a river, and they've had to redo our water system. So there's a bunch of people there. Well, then all of a sudden there was like no rain for the longest time, and it was affecting our water system. So they put a advisory on, like, to please conserve as much water as we can. They had to shut down the community pool. Like it's so. Anyways, this rain is sure gonna help. That's for sure. Yeah, we're good for fires now, and we were all right. Like we had a few around here, but nothing like the helicopters had them out. Within a few hours of them being reported, so it's pretty good. Okay, yeah, well, that's good. Do a video on it. Um, I knew what you meant, Bryce. Um, but yeah, so it poured and poured and poured today. I wanted to go to the scrapyard, and then I was just tired, and I really didn't feel like sitting out there in the rain and loading up a bunch of shred so I could lose money going to town. So I just didn't. Anyways, what are you guys watching this on your phones, or like how does this come up? Uh, However you're watching it, or is it better the wide way, or does it matter? Does anyone even give a shit? Hey, Adam, how's it going, buddy? Like I was saying at the start, I'm probably just gonna do a short one, maybe hour or whatever. But um, the Jerry just got back from her week at the wildfire emergency operations there. So yeah, it'd be nice. We're having our anniversary dinner tomorrow night, and but I wouldn't mind going out and hanging out with her a bit. But I also wanted to have a drink, and she doesn't want to have a drink with me. So. Oh, I see. So it doesn't matter if I'm in the wide version, it's not going to change the way you watch it on your phone, right? You're still only going to get to see the one. Hey, Dancing Along with Reynolds, I just finished your video. I don't know, an hour ago. Um, oh, that's funny. For me, it's weird. I'm used to seeing when I put a comment up, I'm used to seeing it at the bottom and like wide. But are are you on a computer, Adam, or are you like on the phone? Like I was saying, I can switch it back. I'm used to it the other way, but she just figured that seeing as it's just wasted space around me, and I don't I really don't care. Like I said, by the end of it, I could be over here. Like I don't, that's the one nice thing about having the wide view is everybody can see my hot water heater or out in the hallway. Oh man, that tastes good. I I hardly ever use my phone for Wi-Fi stuff. I mean, oh, I just missed it there. Yeah, well, let me just see what I can do here. So if I go to settings, camera, mm, yeah, wait, layouts maybe. Oh, I don't know. General maybe. Oh, right here, landscape. Oh, they're disabled. Oh, I can't change back now. All right, well, I guess that I guess that answers that. You can't do it while you're live. So I should have. Well, I know for next time. No, that's what I could just go out here and show you my Popeye arm, just the one. The if you're, I'm clicking. If I click on a comment, like I can click on the comment and it'll pop up, and it doesn't mean it's the last one. I don't know if that's what you're seeing, Bryce. Yes, I can. I've got a thing down at the bottom that the guests can be side by side, or um, so if somebody was on their phone, it would actually work out well because it would put you in this configuration beside me. Um, what beats you, Bryce? Oh, wait, something I see here. Oh, okay, the most recent comment. The So what did everybody else get up to this week? Bryce got to gardening. Lucky. I can't believe how well, I'm sure everybody except for up here probably has nice gardens right now, but it's like oh, there's Canadian grower. Good day, sir. The you got older. Is it your birthday today? If it is, happy birthday. I didn't think your birthday was today though. I didn't go on Facebook. I should. Oh, yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Adam. I was working yesterday. I didn't get on there. As I've said before, we're not allowed to go on if they catch us on our phones, we get fired now. So I just put the phone away even until I get to the pit and then I get stopped. Then I'll sometimes have a look, but usually I've only got like maybe 6 minutes to get loaded. Um, I don't even want to know how you get your Freon out of them. I know you're not evacuating it with the machine. Yeah, I don't either, but I guess you have to. I'm 53 now. And if you can't see, here's another comment. Yeah, another rotation around the sun. I got mine's in January, and like that's the darkest time here. Well, I shouldn't say it's the darkest, but it's pretty close. Like I think what's the solstice is December like 20th, 21st, and my birthday's January 16th. So they're the days are like 5.5 hours long here. Uh, yeah, yeah, I know. I used to have a friend like that too. The 48 feel 98. Oh, 48, you're just young. Glenn Morangy again. It's oh wait. Oh well, there you go. We're twins almost. Hey Chris, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you. Bryce, holy shit, Bryce, 67. No, go on double time, man. It'd be really nice. I've been watching Ian Matthews, and I know a lot of you guys know Ian, but Bryce might not have been on his channel before. But he just went to 2 days a week. He was gonna fully retire, but he decided to go to 2 days a week and spend the rest of the time cleaning out his shed. But then I saw on his video, I don't know, yesterday or the day before or something, he hit a dumpster and probably filled his shed right back up again. H20 here. Oh, H2O, you mean, I think. Like you're drinking water, right? Well, there you go. Twins, almost twins, and same name. Oh, Roger, you're just a spring chicken. I see you. They're running around chasing the ladies. Oh, wait. Scorpion, hello there. Sorry, they're coming in faster, and I realize that people can't read them when I'm. Yeah, especially with that neck going on, Adam? Like that. That's enough to make a guy feel old. That's right. And there's a lot of scrapping Chris's. Oh, Daniel Houston in the house. Hey, buddy. Hope everything's going well down there. The sitting to the left. Oh, I'm getting all this. I gotta just flip through here. Okay. I can't. Going on the 17th to schedule next. Oh man. Like, is it just on the muscles of your neck, or is it like actually in your spine, or what's the like? What are they doing? Back down. Humid, yeah, I bet. It's probably gonna be humid here for a couple days after this rain, but it goes away pretty quick. Yeah, I imagine that you, with the name Canadian Grower 420, that you maybe puff the odd one. And it's legal now, so that's nice. The But if you're growing it, well, it's still nice to know you can't get arrested for growing some. I think anyhow. I know that when it first got legalized, we went down to Kamloops and went into the only one open. There was only like a couple open in all of BC at the time, and one was a government store in Kamloops, and we went in there, and my wife got pretty emotional, like not having to call around, drive around looking for somebody who's got an ounce of weed, and it's pretty makes you feel a lot better if you can just legitimately go and buy some. Okay, let's see what Adam says. Fixing the hardware that slipped, and hopefully they get. Oh, oh, that's what happened. Was it from that video where you were hammering the hell out of a bunch of stuff? Yeah, I tried growing some before, but it had like zero potency, and I just gave up. But they were. It was also seeds that a friend just gave me, and out of the seven that sprouted, five were males. So I just got rid of them, and then the females had like nothing. Processing silver. Yeah, I was talking about you doing that. I think it was last week or something. Oh, sorry, Daniel. It's probably because of the way I got this thing, and I can't change it now. The once you start the live, it won't let you change back to the wide thing. No, he's in bad shape. He last I talked to him, he was talking about going to the hospital. He got food poisoning, and he was waiting for his wife to get home so she could take him to the hospital. Yeah, he's not. He didn't even answer his phone for a couple of days. Like, so I hope he's doing better. I, that's I had food poisoning last weekend. Saturday morning, I woke up and I felt fine, and then I made myself some bacon and eggs, and I don't know if it was they were eggs from a farmer, but you never know if they had kept them refrigerated or if they were. I didn't check to see if they were like washed or anything. I just eat the eggs, and I was in pretty rough shape for a few days, and just kind of getting over it by Thursday. Oh, yeesh. That's so. Is he not responsible for doing like? Is he? They said they're not covering this operation, but the doctor should be responsible for that, shouldn't he? Oh, gold did, eh? I just got these. I don't know what they are. Like they're out of a laptop. They're gold pin from those old laptops. It's an AMD Athlon. Um, it's got like a little thing on the chip in the center, but I don't know. I couldn't tell on board sort site if that means it's metal or what that is, because there's some that are metal and some that are no metal. And the no metal ones are $74 a pound. I actually never know. I might. Now that I got the greenhouse done, and it's I could grow a couple in there. My wife usually just buys the pre rolls though, and I don't smoke, so. Oh, Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even like this. For all I know, this was just hemp. Like there was really like there was no crystals on the buds or anything, and I uh I didn't try it, but like I gave some to my wife, and she said no, and then I thought, well, she's just used to it, so I give it to another guy, and he's like, that didn't even like he said, all it did was hurt my throat. Oh, that's for the silver. Yeah, I don't know what. I've got a bunch of like bullion silver. Yeah, that's good, Adam. E-Waste Mike is in the house. Hello, E-Waste Mike. My wife said that she apologizes, but she is just dead tired after getting done her week of living out in the hotel. So I might be able to get her to yell down the hall, though. Baby, E-Waste Mike's on here. Can you just yell an apology to him? Can you yell an apology down the hall to Mike? Thanks. Green fiber, no metal. Let me just see what that says then. Green brown fiber, no metal. Oh, that's only $28.50 a pound. That's not even worth sending down there. Oh, okay, what do we got here? All right, man, take it easy. Have a good one. Oh, he says you never need to apologize. She says, "Yay!" Oh man, tomorrow we get our anniversary dinner at the lodge. So she won a $75 gift certificate, and it's really nice. It's like the nicest restaurant in the land around here, and so that'll cover like half of our meal. If I have anything to drink, I probably won't because I usually end up driving, but. Yeah, I'll go, and it's new owners, but I hope they still have like the same steak and prawns and stuff. Yeah, that's like I quit smoking probably when I was uh, in my mid to late 20s when I started driving truck. It was fine when I was in Canada, but as soon as I started crossing the border, I had to I had to be clean because I don't know what it's like for you guys down there, but for us Canadians, if we get caught with any in our system in the states, we're not allowed to come back to the states. And then like you have to go through this whole thing of getting a pardon, and I just didn't want to deal with that, so I just quit. And it's not like it wasn't a big habit with me. It was just kind of when you're out at a party or whatever. But yeah, it was weird. The other weird thing down there was getting caught with liquor. So I couldn't stop and buy booze at the duty free on the way into the States because if I got caught, even in the jockey box, if I got caught with that alcohol, I would be charged and then I couldn't drive in the States anymore. So I just waited until I was hitting the duty free on the way back in. But the duty free going down was always way better, like better prices and booze that we don't get in Canada usually. So like you can get like that 101 proof wild turkey and stuff like that. So, but is it like that for you too, Bryce? Like, would you get if you had an unopened bottle of liquor, in your jockey box or something? Would they charge you for that, even though it's not within your reach and it's not opened? Like, I don't know what the problem was there, but interstate trafficking, is that what they? Oh, yeah, I never even thought about that. You're crossing borders in Canada. It's the same thing. If I'm going west from the east and I cross into Manitoba, lots of times I've been pulled over by tax, like I guess tax officials or whatever for the province, and they search you looking for cigarettes and stuff because you're not allowed to have like I guess lots of people buy cheap cigarettes in Quebec and then bring them out west where cigarettes I think they're like 20 something dollars a pack here now. So they go to the reserves, and I know it's all stuff coming from the states. So the reserves in Quebec at the border, they'd bring like they'd bring tons and tons of cigarettes in bags, like 200 cigarettes in a bag, and then they would put them in um, oh, what were they? Headlight. So the boxes that headlights come in for big trucks, they put them in those, And then guys would buy like whole trailer loads of these boxes of headlights, but it's all cigarettes, and then they try and get them out west where they'd sell the $4 a carton cigarettes for, you know, $10 a carton or whatever it was. Oh, it would be all right in the trailer, I guess, if you have no access. But the yeah, to me it just seems weird. Like you're in the same country, and I know that I was we have um, like a deposit, so we pay 10 cents for bottles and cans and stuff like that. Like for a beer can, or a pop can or anything. But in like the eastern provinces, or at least Ontario, I don't think Quebec did either. There's no deposit, and you don't get any money back. So in California, I guess they have a deposit, and there's people going from like Arizona and other states, and they were like, it was millions of dollars. They were loading up like 53-foot dry vans full of bottles and cans and hauling them into California and getting the money back on them. But they got caught. It was which, I mean, really, it's stupid to try and do that much all at once. But yeah, it was millions of dollars worth of recycling that there was no deposit paid on in like Arizona or wherever it was, and then they'd go to California, and there was like six people that would just haul like truckloads of bottles into these depots, and then I guess they were kind of like, hey, this stuff's not from here. Yeah, but that's not. Is that Canadian cigarettes, or are they from the States? Do you know, Steve? Like the ones that they get up here, the reserve doesn't sell it any cheaper, but I know that like natives they get it cheaper by whatever it is, 20% or something like that. But yeah, they're not. It's not like it was back home where it was worth a half-hour drive to the reserve. Oh, there goes my tools. Yeah, it was just, I don't know. Like to me, they're trying to stop all that, but it helps the reserves too. Like I mean, puts money into their pockets and saves people a little bit of money. And yeah, they're not as good a quality cigarette, or at least they weren't when I used to smoke. But whatever. Yeah, you think you could, but like we have deposits here, and it's amazing how many people like just fill the ditches with cans. When I was flagging, I would I'd be sitting there, and it's not a very busy highway, so I just go for a little walk up and down the ditch, and I'd get $3 or $4 worth of cans just in my little work area, and you could go back there a month later and get the exact same amount. It was crazy. State tax alone in Illinois is $2.98 per pack for cigarettes. So I'm sure it's got to be $15 a pack here. Like I think I don't know what cigarettes are here, but the last time I bought them there was an old guy that I used to go pick up cigarettes for him, and I think it was like 21.50 a pack at the time, or some insane amount that for the brand name cigarettes. The time to quit, yeah. Chris is back again. Cans and bottles, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like there was an old guy here in Hudson's Hope, and he was retired, and he's on a fixed income, didn't have a lot of money coming in, and he used to just go and walk up and down the ditches, like just pick a different road every day or different section of road, and he would make enough to he bought like a pickup truck with the money that he got, and he made enough to buy himself a used pickup truck. So there's money to be had. What do we got? 2 packs for 40. 2 pack. Gee, that's crazy. 2 stones. Well, you never know, Roger. Jails different probably than it was when you were a kid. Probably a lot more fun now and better food. Although down there, maybe not. It's privatized, I think. Up here, I think it's pretty good. You get your dental work for free and, you know, get a university education if you want. 7-Eleven, yeah, we don't have anything that fancy like a 7-Eleven. Oh, that's right. That's probably why you're hiding in the mountains right now, is to stay out of jail. 90 US a carton. I remember the cheapest I ever got cigarettes when I was a kid in Ontario was $3.35 a pack. And I remember my mom saying, if they go to 3.50 a pack, I'm quitting, which was a stupid thing for her to say. She'd been smoking since she was 8 years old. But even when they were $15 a pack, she was still smoking. Processed turkey and cardboard. Oh yeah, Copenhagen's insane here. I think it's like $30 a tin at there's only one store that carries it. I know a guy I work with, he used to chew it a couple years back, and it was more than cigarettes for a tin. That was just crazy. Lucky Strikes. I never had Lucky Strikes. The ones I liked the best when I used to travel down there was Winston Lights. Winston's and Marlboros were just too strong, but yeah, I like those Winston Lights. I like quit like 2000 March of 2000. I quit. 60 cents a pack. The I don't know if maybe you guys didn't have these down in the States, but when I was a kid and just started smoking, I went to work at this gas station, and they had this cigarette case, like this old case, and there was these 5 packs of Sweet Caporal cigarettes, and I I'd never heard of them, but the I had said to the guy, I said, like, what are these Sweet Caporals? He said, oh, they're cigarettes. He said, take some if your mom wants them, and I said, okay, so I just took them and I thought I'm gonna smoke smoke these things. And when I took one out of the pack, it disintegrated. I didn't realize that they were from the 50s. It was I never did get to try one because you just couldn't smoke them. They were so old and dried out and just gross. Went to jail once for 7 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, that was probably a Florida jail too. I imagine that'd be really fun. Oh, all right, take it easy, Bryce. Have yourself a wonderful evening charging your phone and paying attention to your lady. LSMFT. I don't know what that means. I'll look it up after, though. Worth and Kentucky's Best. Those are cigarettes? Worth? Well, he's a good smoker, that guy. Oh, made me quit. Yeah, it made me quit. I don't know. That would have been 1984, I guess. And I quit in 2000. So it made me not smoke those cigarettes, and it made me want new, fresh cigarettes. Yeah, I know you do, Adam. You need to quit. Like that's all we can say, I guess. Yeah, I'm not. that's the thing when you're 13 or 12 or 13, I think I was when I had them, and it was I had no idea that there was no such thing as sweet caprals. And so I was telling my friend's dad about these sweet caprals, but I was making the story out like I had taken them to my mom. And he said, I don't think they've made sweet caprals since 1958. Hey, Nas. Oh, okay. I do. No smoking in the house makes it easier. Yeah, that's the other weird thing is like around, well, back east anyhow, they still smoke a lot here, but in Ontario it went from everybody smoked to nobody smoked within 5 or maybe 8 years. It just went completely crazy, and then I when I moved out here, everybody smoked. And I remember this one guy. I was going into town, and this guy was on the rig, and he's like, "Oh, you're going to town? Would you be able to get me some cigarettes?" And I said, "Yeah, if you've got cash." I said, I'm not buying your cigarettes for you." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, my brother and I. Well, yeah, I'll get the cash for you." He said, "I said, what kind do you want?" And he's like, "Oh, I used to smoke Export A's, and he used to smoke Players Lights." And I said, "Used to?" And he's like, "Yeah." He says, "We haven't smoked in probably 10 years." Because we couldn't afford it. And I said, "You haven't smoked in 10 years. Why would you start again?" He goes, "Oh, we're making like 6 grand a month." So he said, "We can afford to smoke again." And I'm like, to me, I was just like, that's crazy because I had only quit maybe 2 years earlier, and I never even thought of smoking again. But yeah, these guys were just waiting until they were moneyed up, and then right back to Smoke Town. Oh, wait, what's this one? Lucky Strike means lucky. Oh, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Oh, you're not that old, Roger. There's Nas. Daniel quit in 2004. Yeah, mine couldn't either. I got invited to play baseball. A guy got hurt, and I made it to second base, and I hit a triple, and I got to second base, and I had to quit. I couldn't go any further. It was crazy. Gotta get up early working on the property. Oh, you too, Adam. Good luck on there. Everything was looking good the last update you gave us. Down to 6 packs and 4 vapes from buying 4 cartons each month. Oh, I don't know what's. I don't understand the vapes. Like I know what they are, but what is 4 vapes? Like what would that equal in nicotine? Like is a vape equal to a carton or something? Um, or a pack maybe? Camel not. Oh god, those things. I've tried those too. I don't like any of those non-filtered cigarettes. Although I used to roll my own sometimes when I was so broke I couldn't afford the packaged ones. Oh, wait, yeah. And okay, what do we got here? Yeah, sounds good, Adam. I got another day off, and depending on the rain, I am gonna try and get some stuff into the sea can though, and at least try and get some stuff sorted. The so is that like are these the? I know there was a guy I used to work with. He used to get what he called juice, and there was never bought the stuff from the store. There was some kid that made the juice, and he put extra flavoring in it, so that everybody would go to this kid. And then he'd also put like THC in, like if you wanted not a nicotine one, but you wanted a THC one, he'd make this juice with THC or something. I don't really know how it works, but he used to call it his douche flute, and he'd just sit in his excavator and just cloud. It was winter, so he had everything closed in, and yeah, it was just like a cloud inside the excavator. It's, And nobody even questioned whether he, was vaping weed or. But anyways, yeah, I guess he kind of had some of both. He had two different pens, and he just hit them both all day long. Good life if you can get it. I guess you're not too worried about crashing an excavator. It was just I was in the loader, he was in the excavator, so the worst that could happen is he bumped into me. Yeah, buddy, you should get just a couple extra junk jobs a day, and you could be smoking again. Carts have THC. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, this guy, this kid, I guess he was just like a 21-year-old kid or something like that, and however he was doing it, he was making these cartridges for people, and he would put the like I think it was peach flavoring or something the guy always got, and he would this guy would like double up the flavoring compared to what the store ones were, so everybody would go to him and he'd get the same price as the stores did, but everybody was so happy they were getting extra flavoring. And I imagine the flavoring is the cheapest part of it all. But I don't know. I see everybody now at work. They just like there's just clouds around all the kids. Like, oh, got every summer we get like a dozen students that come and do labor and stuff like that. And it's just like it seems like every one of them is vaping all the time. It's like a That's Right live when he's got the clouds coming out, but there's like four of them all huddled around the tailgate of a truck and just. I I guess it must be better for you than smoking. I don't know if it is or not, but I know they don't let them vape. Like you can vape outside at work, but you can't like go outside of the staff room or whatever and vape. You have to go to the smoking area. So I don't know what the deal is with it. Like if it's like secondhand vape or I don't know whatever the thing is. Favors be flavors. Yeah, that's what I know. They canceled. You're not allowed to have flavored tobacco here, I think. But like when I have pipe tobacco, all pipe tobacco is flavored. So I don't know. I guess it's just like they don't want your marketing it to kids, and how many kids are sitting around going like, "I think I'll start smoking a pipe." Yeah. So that basically, I think Canada kind of follows California on a lot of the stuff, like, or maybe it's a worldwide thing where like Europe does it too. I don't know where the studies come from in that, but oh, I like California. I used to love going to California. Like up in the northern part, like Shasta and up there was always just beautiful, green and mountains and stuff. And then once you get down into some of the parts of the desert, the like Bakersfield, like it was kind of neat, but yeah, I would never want to live there. But yeah, and there was another, I think Redding, California. There's a bunch of really nice places up there, kind of near the Oregon border. The like just beautiful lakes and rivers and yeah, and Oregon. I like Washington, Oregon. Um, I can't remember the valley in Washington that they grow all the apples and stuff, but I used to go there and pick up fruit, and I just loved it down there. It was really nice. Oh, are they rioting in LA again? What happened? The cops kill somebody or something? The seems like every time something like that happens, or seems to have something to do with the police. No, well, something. who knows? I can't even be bothered to pay attention to what's going on in the world because really I can't even handle what's happening around me. Last thing I need to do is worry about everybody else. The coexist people are burning shit down again. I don't know what that means. They're against ICE. Oh, ICE, that's the immigration people. Yeah, you too, Chris. Take it easy, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Enjoy your relaxation. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I don't know much about the ICE, but the like the rioting because of all the deportations or something, because like there was a whole bunch of people got deported, right? Right from when Trump took over. But yeah, I don't know. That's gonna I don't know how many people they're deporting, but that is going to mess up some shit. Like, which a lot of them are people that I don't know. If you want to have a servant, then maybe you should be paying union wages or something. I don't know. I I understand the people coming across the border looking for work because it sucks so bad in their country, but like when people are exploiting that, I don't know. I don't feel bad if they lose their gardener. I feel bad for the gardener because, like, I can't imagine. I would never want to live in Mexico. It just seems like just a shithole. I mean, not the touristy areas where all the Canadians go on vacation, I'm sure, but like, the cities that the people live in. I don't think that would be cool. Oh. Who's burning the flag? Like Americans, you mean? I don't. Yeah, I don't know anything about Obama. Um, I didn't even really talk to too many people. I remember I was trucking down there, and I went to Florida, and they sure didn't like Obama. That was right when Obama got elected the first time, and people were like, the racism was really coming out, and it didn't matter who you talked to. Like, because I was always picking up at farms there, the people at the farms did not like Obama. Like, it was crazy. But as for Orange Man bad, I think he is bad. I can't stand him as a person. I never have liked him, but whatever. It's not my president, so I don't have to worry about it. Vandalizing stores. Yeah, well, I remember what was it, like 1992 when that Rodney King stuff went on, and like didn't they pretty well burn Los Angeles down then? It wasn't like now where we didn't have the. I think I maybe had the internet, but you couldn't just go get information. The but yeah, it was. I don't know. I don't even know. Like, are people getting killed? I never did know whether like the riots ended up with people dying or if it was just looting and general bad behavior. I don't know. The Yeah, I don't know. I shouldn't even really be commenting on any of this because I have no clue what's going on. But I will have one more and read your comments. Then maybe tomorrow I'll go look and come up with my thoughts on the subject. Oh. I know that I maybe already told you guys this, but years ago, I sent a proposal to the Premier of Ontario because this was after like the Paul Bernardo. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but like he was a just horrible serial killer, rapist, like just despicable person, and video evidence, like he was filming the stuff. So um, I sent a thing saying that we should be. This was in pay per view. Was kind of the only the only way that you could make money, like because you could put stuff on pay per view that you couldn't put on network television, and I put a proposal in saying that what we should do is when somebody is caught, like no shadow of a doubt that they did this thing, that every month you got to auction off a beating of the person, and a doctor would be present to make sure that they didn't die because they still got to be around for next month. And but it would also be put on pay per view so that our tax dollars wouldn't have to go into keeping all these prisoners. It didn't go over well. A lot of people didn't see it my way, even the conservative government. So yeah, I don't know. I tried. I was just getting mad that these guys are being protected, and there was like they give his wife. She got like a very light sentence for, and she was like involved. One of the girls was her sister, and she was involved in her death. They drugged her, and she died like during whatever they were doing. That's what I said, Nas. I said I'd happily kick in a week's pay to the Mahaffey or French families for what happened to their daughters. Like, but yeah, I don't know, government. Nobody sees it my way. I just think that like if you can make a point, because say you're sitting there thinking, hey, you know what? I really like that girl down the street, and I think I'm gonna go get her. And then you saw this happening, I kind of think you might go, ooh, maybe I'll just think about it. Like, I don't know. Probably not. It's the same as religion. Like in my opinion, it's people use religion like to justify doing things. Like well, like I remember there was a big thing with the Sharia law, and like Muslims were burning their daughters with acid. They were doing like these. I think they were called honor killings, and then they're like going to court in Canada, where this is, it's not a Muslim country, and they're trying to get off on the fact that this is their religion and that they're allowed to do this. And I mean, it doesn't matter what religion it is. There's bad in all of them, and like the people who won't get their children help at a hospital because they're waiting for Jesus to save them. Jesus isn't saving your kid. The hospital will. So, like, if you deny your child, and I know it's happened in the States lots too, but it's happened in Canada as well, where they're no, we're not. There are kids where we're allowed to do with them what they want. No, they're human beings, and if you can give them care to keep them alive and healthy, then that should be your responsibility. Hi, baby.
Hello, sweet love.
How are you?
I'm well. And you?
Very good. Am I late for watching?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna go.
Oh, okay. Go have a puff.
Oh yeah, baby.
But yeah, so it's one of those things where like I think that we need to fight for the people or even animals or whatever, like that can't fight for themselves. So I think
I'll
it's
fight for you, baby.
you'll fight for me, baby. I know you will. The I don't know. That's just the way I look at it. I don't think children are property. I don't think animals are property. Like the way I look at it is if I adopt a dog or if I get a dog, I'm responsible for that dog or cat or whatever it is. I'm responsible for them to lead a healthy life. I can't just abandon them or neglect them or whatever. But call me a dirty, bleeding heart. I don't know. Probably people probably call me a liberal, but I'm not. But I am. I would say that socially, I am a liberal.
Yeah. I just let the dog out.
Oh, did you? Okay. I'll let them in when I get done. Okay, thanks, baby. But yeah, anyways, I don't know what anybody else's thoughts are, but I guess I guess if nobody's got anything to say. Oh, I love a nice little drink. I don't drink like that's why I now I'm like looking forward to Friday night, and I'm like, oh, I can have a couple of drinks and relax a bit. The and I shouldn't, but I mean, really, this is in a year. This is the first bottle of scotch I bought, so my sleep is not great at all. But um, I did get approved, so they've I I don't know what happened, but like for the last month, I've been waiting for this doctor to get a hold of me. Well, he got a hold of me on Tuesday, and he said that my events are 55.3 events per hour, which puts me to the top of the list for getting the CPAP thing. He said to call the place in a couple of days. They called me the next morning, and they said they just wanted to make sure that the insurance and everything is all the same. And then they were putting the request into my insurance provider to make sure it was covered. But I think even if it's not covered, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and get it. But if I can get it covered, I think they're pretty expensive. So if I can get it covered, I will. But she said that because I am at this time the most severe case, I will get the first machine because it goes by severity thing. So I'm kind of happy about that. So I'm hoping that within the week I should be able to go in and get like fitted for the mask and start actually getting some sleep. But like I'm bagged all the time. And welcome back, Bryce. And the I've got a problem with my phones too for charging. It's there's one's got pretty old, and if the charger isn't like just in there the perfect way, or if it gets bumped at all, it just quits charging. So sometimes I wake up in the morning after plugging it in, and it's just dead. Yeah, do you have sleep apnea too, do you think, or do you know, or is it just like you um poor nighttime habits? I shouldn't say poor habits, maybe they're really good habits that keep you up. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird. I keep looking back and thinking like why didn't I find this out before? Why didn't I like why was I so stupid and didn't look into this? Or but like the thing was, I don't know how other people sleep. So I don't know that I am not getting the sleep that I'm supposed to. So like and even after the respiratory therapist years ago said, I think you have sleep apnea, I was like, no, I don't. And I didn't even she's like, you should go get a sleep study done. And I'm like, I'm not driving 2 hours to Dawson Creek to lay in a bed while people watch me. And but then, after like as a truck driver, I never needed it. Like I never fell asleep at the wheel or anything. So fifth, the fifth finger, yeah. Um, it was yeah, it wasn't until like I tried to run my own business, and I just couldn't focus. I couldn't do any work. But like when I was driving truck, it was really good because I was just like, oh, I picked this up here and I drive it to there. And then they say go here and get this and then go there. And that's all there was to it. So there was no I didn't have to schedule myself. I didn't have to figure anything out on my own. It was just like and I could like it's probably not something that everybody does, but I could just zone out while I'm driving. Like I just work through every problem I had. I'd be out on the highway and I might have a 3,000 mile run and I'd just be like, well, I guess I just start thinking. by by the time I'd hit Iowa, I'd be like, hey, I worked through a whole problem. It was weird, and that was also when I quit smoking. I was out long hauling, and I think that's when I started smoking heavier, um, because I was just out bombing up and down the highways, drinking 2-liter bottles of Coke and drinking energy drinks and smoking cigarettes and just trucking. I know, Bryce. Most of the Midwest can be a problem. I found wintertime, like I never even. I mean, I know I lived in southern Canada all my life up until I moved out here, but um, I was going through. Um, oh, it was North Dakota. It was like right on the interstate, and it was so cold. The diesel was gelling up as I was trying to get it out of the pump, and I'm just like, how could it be this cold? Like this is the United States, and I was pretty ignorant, and yeah, I just remember like I remember it taking me 45 minutes to get half a tank of fuel. That's how thick the fuel was, and like out there with thin gloves because I just wasn't expecting when he said I was going to the States, I just assumed it was going to be warm wherever I went. But yeah, that was something else. And Iowa, I kind of liked Iowa. It kind of reminds me of like Saskatchewan and like parts of Manitoba, um, except for more corn, less wheat, more corn. But yeah, I kind of like driving down there because it was like just so flat and straight. Everything was just like the interstates are just smoke across them. And even like I like Montana and that too. I think the speed limits were like 75 miles an hour or something for trucks in Montana, if I remember correctly. But Texas was like that too, just not as flat and straight. And that's where I was just like, this is amazing. Like you could just see forever. You could walk back into the sleeper and play a game of solitaire. It's like crazy. Where is it? Over by Hebron, North Dakota. Someone's flock of sheep is sleeping. Yeah, I never really got on the. I know that the 12 is a major highway, but I never got. Never did much trucking off of the interstates. Yeah, yeah. Well, Illinois is different. Well, yeah, a lot of Illinois is like that, but like Illinois's got a lot of people. I was really surprised at how many people, even in the what I thought were small towns, like they've got quite a lot of people in them, and I just wasn't used to that. Um, Once you get out of the like those areas, though, yeah, it was pretty neat. And then like Wisconsin, I really liked Wisconsin too. I don't think there was any part of the states I disliked, but there's just places I liked more than others. One place that really surprised me was New Jersey. I couldn't stand the Eastern Seaboard, but once you got in, like inland a bit, there were some beautiful places there. I just wasn't expecting it because like all you ever see is TV and movies and stuff, and they just talked about the swamp. New Jersey stinks. It's disgusting, and yeah, like it does. Like I know what they mean just driving. I don't know what is it, I-95 or whatever that goes down along the coast there, and going through there, I just remember like thinking, yeah, it is pretty gross. There's like mattresses laying on the side of the freeway, and just just weird. But as soon as you get on these little smaller roads going into like smaller towns inside, and there was some pretty big small towns there with like we'd have to go into a factory or something like that, and you just come into this small town, and there's this massive factory with huge smokestacks, and it was surprising. Alabama surprised me too. I expected not to like Alabama, but I really liked Alabama. Not all of it, of course. Like you don't like everywhere, but there was some really beautiful places, and it was a lot greener than I was expecting. Oh, just a sec. Dogs. Come on, come on, in here. Come on, don't bark at people. Come on, down your hall. No, go down your hall. Go to your room. Go. Okay, good dogs. The but yeah, anyways, I really like the people in Alabama. The ones that I met anyhow, they were like real hillbilly or rednecks. I guess they wouldn't be hillbillies, but the it was they were just really nice, kind people. That I was just a truck driver, and they're, hey, do you want to come out for breakfast? Do you want to, just friendly people. I I'm trying to think. I never went to Mississippi, and I never went to Delaware. But other than that, I went to like all the lower 48, and I pretty much liked them all. There was just like the deserts I liked driving through it. I just could never live there. I it just made me feel sick seeing like no vegetation and stuff like that. Um, going I remember going through Arizona once, and there was Navajo like just encampments, or I don't know what you call them, like markets almost, like on off the side of the highway, and you'd pull in there, and they'd be like making fry bread and stuff, or not even fry bread. It was hanging off a stick and like baking over a fire, and yeah, they're like making the stuff and selling it dirt cheap, and so I loved that part, but I just couldn't live there. It's so hot, even in the winter. It's so hot. And, yeah, I don't know. Midwest, it was kind of like the desert, except for it had a lot of fields full of green stuff. But the yeah, the mountain parts like Wyoming, I really liked. Idaho, I really like Idaho, like that, and like Washington, Spokane, that whole area. Really, like I guess it's basically the same as BC to me. Like but at that time, I had never even been to BC. I'd been all over the states and never gone to like the western provinces in my own country. So once I got out to BC, I was just kind of like, I'm just moving here. Like, I'm not, especially as a trucker, as you guys in the Midwest would know, like you could make a mile, and I was getting paid by the mile. Well, if they send me from Toronto to New York City and then down to Providence, Rhode Island, and then back up to Toronto, it might take me 5 days, and I get like, 1,100 miles. No, I don't even know if you'd get that. Yeah, you probably wouldn't even get that. Some days, like, there was one day where there was a whole bunch of accidents, and I only made like 80 miles of the whole day. Like, that's crazy. And I was getting paid 32 cents a mile. So you figure out my paycheck for that day. Not good. Anyhow, I should probably get off of here and go and cuddle up with my lady. See if she still loves me. I think she probably does, but you never know. A week away. Anyhow, you guys all, I appreciate y'all coming out, and I'm probably the only one having a drink, but well, Steve might be too if he's still on here. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I hope it's not pouring rain where you are unless you need it. Take it easy, everybody. See you, Nas.